Hey guys, so we are doing something a little bit different tonight. We have 3 different parts to this video, okay? So first, we're looking at the truth behind templates and what happens at the bureaus, all right? The second part, I'm going to show you something called stacking. And I do have a free download for you. It's a new worksheet and it's regarding the stacking, right? So let's look at the most important section of this. Okay, so you guys hear me say all the time, do not use templates, and I'm going to visually show you why, okay? So let's just say that this is round 1. You're going to send out round 1 to the credit bureaus, right? I'm going to show you 2 different things that can happen. The first thing that happens is that it goes through the scanner, right? It's called the OCR. That just means it's a scanner. It's going to feed it into this, it's going to read it, or attempt to read it, and it's going to then turn it into a 2-digit code if it can read it, okay? Now, one of the things that can happen is that it doesn't even go to a 2-digit code. It just automatically comes back as verified. Why does that happen? Well, the first thing that you need to understand about this whole system right here is that it's determining if it's a template. Let me say that again. It is determining if it's a template. If it's a template, it's automatically verified. This is what's going to happen. This is going to be you. This little stick figure guy right here with the unhappy face, that is you. Why? Because you sent out a template, okay? Now, even if you send out a template, yes, it can go to a 2-digit code. Even if it goes to a person, it's going to go to a 2-digit code. So why are you sending out letters with staples and crinkled and coffee paper, whatever, like, what are you doing that for? When the entire key to doing this is the formula and the dispute reasons and all that stuff that I teach you, that I take the time out of my day or night, right, away from my family, away from all the files I have to do to teach you this stuff. Why? Why, when you're just gonna go send something to try to fool this system? It doesn't work like that, okay? The key to doing this is to not send a template. And when I say template, I'm talking about those things that you buy online or that you encounter, that someone gives you, or that whatever, that has been sent out before, and that all you're doing is just control-C'ing and control-V'ing, okay? All it means is copy and pasting your information, putting, your accounts on there, and wham, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, you print it and you send it, okay? That's a template, and you do not want to send it, okay? That's what I'm talking about when I say template, right? So now we're going to talk about stacking, okay? So now you understand why you shouldn't be doing this, all right? Let me just explain something. Let me take a step back because I forgot something. Okay, so down here, all right, it's going to go to a 2-digit code, and then it's going to be sent over to the creditor, right? CRA to the OC or the CA, all right? Original creditor or the collection agency. Now, what a lot of you don't understand is that even that process is automated, right? So that's why we have these arrows going back and forth. It's automated. It's just one computer matching the information against another computer, right? So right here, this little visual thing here explains it, okay? So you have one database showing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. It is comparing itself against the original creditor's database of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Are those 2 things the same? Yes, they are. And guess what? It's automatically verified. You just help them with their whole automation process. Okay, there's no people involved in this most of the time, all right? So that is what happens when you send out a template. That is what happens when it goes into their OCR. That is what happens when it goes to a 2-digit code, and that is what happens when it gets to the creditors, okay? So that's why it's so imperative that you use factual-based disputes, because all of this stuff, you want to bypass this, right? You don't want to ever get to this 2-digit thing and then down here to the creditor or to the collection agency. You want it to stay with the bureaus, and you want to show them, you want to show the bureaus why the information needs to be removed from your credit report, right? So next part of the video, all right? So I'm going to introduce something called stacking, and you may think this is elementary, okay? But I found that by breaking this down for you guys, a lot more of you are understanding this and getting better results. Okay, so when I was at the store today, I found these blocks. And maybe a year ago, I thought these blocks are cool for my kids. But now I'm using them for you guys. You guys are my kids today. All right, so stacking. Stacking is the process of, it's the squeaky wheel method if you've taken my my tactics class, okay? So the squeaky wheel method is basically where you are just continuously becoming a pain in the ass. You're sending disputes every 30 days. You're faxing the creditors and the collection agencies, and you're calling them, and I wouldn't really call them, but you get what I'm saying, right? You're just coming at them over and over and over again. It's just a wheel that you continue to turn. Okay, so when we have our dispute reasons and we know what we're doing, we're just stacking one thing on top of each other. So this is round 1, this is round 2, we also have round 3, and we have round 4, right? So, and some of these smudged off on my hands, but you get the point. So when we are dealing with round 1, we have our very specific dispute reasons for round 1, right? We have just a few examples. We have the data last activity, data last payment, payment history, and proof, okay? So you have a lot to choose from. Now, when you send out round 2, you're looking at the method of verification, notice of dispute, high balance, and you can even start your CFPB complaints, okay? So this can turn this way. You can also stack them this way. When you're on round 3, you're looking at collection disputes, creditor disputes, monthly payment, creditor, balance. And on round 4, you're looking at proof of investigation, transfer, sold, past due, and first delinquency, all right? So all of these can spin one way or the other, okay? So you should not ever run out of dispute reasons. Now, I'm going to show you, by sharing my screen with you, a couple of ways that you can stack. And then, like I mentioned, I do have something that you can download, all right? Stacking is very, very important, and it's part of the squeaky wheel method. Okay, so as far as tactics and learning factual-based disputes, I do have many courses that you can take. I am creating a new course, and I am creating a video course as well. So I will let you guys know about that when I have partially completed it, but let's get over to the second part of this, all right? So I will see you guys in a second. All right, guys, so as I said, I was going to share my screen with you, but when I recorded this last night and watched the video today, it's all sort of screwed up because of Loom's issues with their extension. So anyways, what I'm going to do is very simply take this PDF and put it on the stacking site where you're going to download the worksheet that comes after this, okay? So you're going to see another button up here where you can download this and fill this in yourself. So once you look at some of the stacking techniques, you can go and figure this out. Just map it out, okay? So round 1 comes back as verified. You can then go creditor, collection agency disputes, but you wanna focus on your bureau disputes here, right? So what comes after it says verified. And then you can just fill in some other options. Now, what I did have on here was very simply that you want to do method of verification, notice a disputed over here, and then you can fill in your next rounds with either a challenge or a new dispute. And it ends down here with a new dispute. And right here, I did have CFPB complaints, right? So do what you would like with this, but map out your disputes with your new dispute reasons and your challenges. All right, guys, on to the downloads. All right, guys, this is the part where you're going to open up the description, click on the link, and download this PDF, all right? So it is credit crunch time, and what this means is that you're going to use this worksheet to stack and map out your disputes, and we're not going to go over everything, but I have given you a couple techniques that you can use to stack your disputes, such as disputing with the original creditor, disputing with the collection agency, sending your letters on different days, okay? There's a reason for that, and I don't feel like explaining it right now, okay? Send one account per letter per bureau. That is just a couple of them, like I mentioned, and you're going to do this for rounds 1 through 6, right? And you need to also think about your opening statement. What is the best way to do it? A simple request, a demand, the lawsuit? What about when it comes back as verified? What would be a good stacking technique for your disputes? Original creditor letter, collection agency letter, round 2 credit bureaus? Okay, now what about your dispute reasons? A new dispute reason, a challenge? All right, do this for rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? And if you need my help, I can only help a couple of people, okay? So if you need my help, we have to make sure that this is a good fit, all right? I understand that this can be demanding. I understand that this can take up a lot of time. I can understand that this is difficult and you don't want to do it, all right? So if that is you, click on this link, schedule a free discovery call, and we will find out if this is a good fit, all right? So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this. My name is Kristen. I am a factual disputer, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.